Equilibrium page 8 is going to describe how a buffer works. You may have heard of a buffer from the perspective of a buffered aspirin. So that's basically something you take if you get upset stomach pretty easily, and sometimes that's from your stomach acid being too high, gives you indigestion and things like that. So basically what an acid-base buffer is a solution that lessens the change in pH from the addition of either an acid or a base. And these are really important in biological systems. You might remember from bio that enzymes only work in a specific pH range. So if we don't maintain that pH range, then we have a lot of biological problems. So your blood's really complicated, so there's lots of things that have to be maintained in that pH, and there are buffers in your blood that do that. And basically buffers is another example of Le Chalier's principle, or the common ion effect. So whatever we add to it, the equilibrium is going to shift away from that ion and reestablish that equilibrium. So what I have here is the acetic acid equilibrium system, and we're looking at that from the perspective of adding sodium acetate, so that would add more of the acetate. So that's the ion that you have in common, which would shift your equilibrium back towards the acetic acid, or to the left, and that therefore increases your pH because then there is less of this hydrogen ion. So the essential features that you're going to have of a buffer are going to be that it is a mixture of a weak acid and its conjugate base. So you'll see acetate here and, acetic acid here, and then on the other side you have the acetate ion. And you must have high concentrations of both for this to work properly. So acetate is going to consume the H+, and acetic acid will consume the hydroxide. So there's a piece that reacts with each part of it, but there is a limit. Again, there's mole ratios that you have to deal with. If we have too many moles, we need to make sure that we don't overload a system. Again, if it's just too much acid or too much base, it will eventually cause the pH to change rapidly. And again, in biological systems, that can be devastating. So we're going to start with a problem where we're just going to calculate the pH of a buffer system containing 1 molar acetic acid and 1 molar sodium acetate. So you can do this from a Ka perspective, and in either method that you use, you have to know the Ka value. So that Ka value has to be given in the problem, or as in your textbook, there are tables that you can find that. So the Ka value for acetic acid is 1.8 times 10 to the negative 5th. So this equation is called Henderson-Hasselbalch. Not that you need to know that, but so equals 4.74 plus the log of your concentrations. So again, those being 1, the log of 1 is 0. Remember, that's how many powers of 10 it is. So 1 times 10 to the 0 is what's going to give you 1 back. So the pH is 4.74. So that's a fairly easy way to solve that problem.